Oh, my. Are you sure this is happening? Very well then. This is the Wartime Broadcasting Service. We are sorry to say that the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland will soon be attacked by nuclear weapons. Please remain tuned to this channel or wavelength and carry out all instructions given. This is a national emergency. I cannot believe that this is happening. Nuclear weapons have been fired and are now heading to the United Kingdom, expected to hit us in the next few minutes. At the moment, you must stay at home to protect yourself from the attack, as this is the safest place to remain during this time. If you leave your home, local authorities may use it to shelter those who are homeless or lost. If you are outside by the time it's too late to seek shelter, you must lie down. By being outdoors once the country has been attacked, you will be exposing yourself to the explosion, which will greatly damage or destroy anything in its radius, killing or severely injuring those who are in proximity. Following the explosion, fallout will be released. Fallout is dust released from the ground following an explosion. Although you cannot see fallout, the threat it poses is very real. Fallout can be carried by the wind, making it possible for it to settle in places you least expect. Exposure to fallout can cause skin burns, illness, cancer, and even death. To protect yourself from fallout, you should take shelter in a designated fallout room. If you do not have a fallout shelter, you may use an enclosed room or a basement as a form of protection. However, the safest option is to be underground, away from fallout and flying debris caused by the explosion. If you do not have a basement or somewhere underground, you are to use your home as a fallout shelter by all means necessary. To stop fallout from escaping into your home or living space, you must securely close and lock all doors and windows. You also should proceed to barricade them with materials such as sandbags, wood, and sturdy furniture. This will provide adequate protection against fallout and radiation released by the blast. The more you barricade any potential entrances that fallout could use to enter your shelter, the greater the likelihood of it saving your life. Be sure to place barricades along the walls for additional protection, but ensure that your shelter has sufficient space for supplies during the sheltering period. The sheltering period is 14 days, and any food, medicine, toiletries, and water must last you throughout this time, as you will be unable to obtain more, given that it will be unsafe to leave your shelter. We advise you to gather non-perishable and tinned food, as these are ideal if you are required to remain indoors for an extended period following the attack. To ensure you do not run out of any essential supplies, you must ration them and only use them if your life depends on it. If you are sheltering with family or friends, it is your responsibility as well as theirs to limit use so that there is enough for everyone. There is little time left to prepare your fallout room, so if you have not already done so, do it now, before it is too late. Make sure that electricity, fuel, and gas supplies are switched off to avoid any fires or explosions where you are sheltering, and make sure you are able to extinguish any fires that may occur. Water supplies may be turned off shortly to prevent any contamination. If you have not collected any water, whether for drinking or putting out fires, start collecting it now. Drinking contaminated water can make you severely ill, and you may be unable to seek medical assistance for some time until the situation has stabilized. Essential services, such as doctors, shops, and schools, will only resume once the government and Parliament have declared it safe. You will be notified by a loud all-clear siren when it is safe to leave your shelter. Once you have left your shelter, you must remain cautious when clearing any debris, broken glass, and the bodies of those who have sadly perished in the nuclear explosion. Be sure to dispose of the bodies appropriately, or wrap them in a bag and mark them for burial. It is important to stay vigilant, as there may still be residual fallout in the air. It's likely that electricity and communications will be severely disrupted in the next few days after the attack. In preparation for this, we advise that you have a battery-powered radio so you can stay up to date with the latest news and alerts. Radio stations will deliver you important information every hour if possible. When news is not being delivered, you may switch off your radio to save batteries. If you wish, you may bring spare batteries in your shelter as long as you store them in a safe place. You are permitted to go outside once information on the radio says it's safe. Otherwise, you must stay inside your shelter regardless of the circumstances. Even simply leaving your shelter could kill. Your fallout shelter or room is the only place that protects you from the world outside, which will be the complete opposite of what you remember it was before the attack. Once it's safe to leave, life will likely not be the same as it was for a long time, as it is not impossible that another nuclear missile may be fired. Even simply leaving your shelter could kill. Your fallout shelter or room is the only place that protects you from the world outside, which will be the complete opposite of what you remember it was before the attack. Once it's safe to leave, life will likely not be the same as it was for a long time, as it is not impossible that another